Hey there, nostalgia lovers! Welcome to Nostalgia Area. Long before memes and viral videos took over our feeds, there was another kind of shared content everybody knew. It came through our TV sets, always sandwiched right when our favorite shows were getting good. Yep, we're talking about commercials. The ones we couldn't stop quoting at school the next day. Some were funny, some were bizarre, and a few were so powerful that they actually changed pop culture forever. Today, we're hitting rewind to look at 10 unforgettable 80s ads that defined a generation. So, grab yourself a Crystal Pepsi, adjust the rabbit ears, and let's get into it. We have to kick things off with a question that basically became the unofficial slogan of 1984. Where's the beef? This genius campaign from Wendy's did more than just sell burgers. It perfectly captured the feeling of being tired of all style and no substance. The commercial showed three older women staring down a competitor's ridiculously oversized hamburger bun, only to discover a patty so tiny it was basically a rumor. Where's the beef became a cultural rallying cry against empty promises.
Big fluffy bun.
It's a very big fluffy bun.
Where's the beef?
Soon, the phrase was everywhere, on t-shirts, bumper stickers, and it was even used in the 1984 presidential election by Walter Mondale. As a result, Wendy's sales shot up by an incredible 31%, proving that a bit of sharp, sassy humor was exactly what people were hungry for. Next up, we've got the great debate that split living rooms and bar stools right down the middle, all for the love of beer. The Miller Lite campaign, taste great, less filling, was pure advertising gold. It actually launched in the 70s but hit its absolute peak in the 80s by gathering a who's who of beloved ex-athletes and celebrities to argue over the beer's best quality. Each commercial had stars yelling their preferred slogan, which usually devolved into a hilarious over-the-top brawl. This campaign was so powerful it basically created the entire market for light beer. Back then, most people figured a light beer couldn't possibly have any real flavor. Miller Lite met that challenge head-on, promising you could have it all. Amazing taste without feeling like you swallowed a bowling ball. In the high-energy 80s, speed was everything, and no one sold speed better than Federal Express. Their secret weapon was an actor who held the Guinness World Record as the world's fastest talker.
Congratulations on your deal in Denver, Dave. I'm putting you down to deal with Dallas. Don, is it a deal? Do we have a deal? It's a deal. I gotta go. I got a call coming in. Hi, Doc. Just dealt with Don.
The 1981 commercial featured a frantic executive navigating an office where everything, from business deals to personal calls, happened at a velocity that would give you whiplash. The ad perfectly captured the stress of a get-it-done-yesterday work culture. The executive blitzes through his day, talking so fast he made auctioneers sound like they were narrating a sloth documentary. The punchline? The one thing that can keep up with this madness is Federal Express. The ad was a massive hit, earning multiple awards and cementing the idea that when it absolutely had to be there overnight, FedEx was the only answer. Not every legendary 80s ad was going for laughs. During the 1984 Super Bowl, a commercial aired that was so different, it left viewers completely stunned. Directed by sci-fi legend Ridley Scott, Apple's 1984 ad was how the world met the Macintosh computer.
January 24, Apple Computer will introduce Macintosh. And you'll see why 1984 won't be like 1984.
It painted a bleak Orwellian picture of the future, with mindless drones silently watching a Big Brother figure on a massive screen. Basically a corporate town hall, but with less comfortable seating. Out of nowhere, a heroine in a white tank top, representing Apple, of course, sprints in and smashes the screen with a sledgehammer, freeing everyone. It was a cinematic gut punch that positioned Apple as the champion of individuality against the conformity of competitors like IBM. The ad only aired nationally once, but it's now considered a masterpiece that changed advertising forever. In 1986, one of the unlikeliest supergroups was born, not in a garage, but in an ad agency. The California Raisins were a groundbreaking stop-motion claymation creation designed to do the impossible, make a boring health food cool. And somehow it worked. Set to a soulful rendition of I Heard It Through the Grapevine, these sunglasses-wearing raisins smoothly groove their way across TV screens and into our hearts.
Ooh, I heard it through the grapevine.
The commercial was so popular it became a cultural phenomenon. The Raisins version of the song actually charted on the Billboard Hot 100. And they spawned 4 studio albums, an Emmy-nominated TV special, and a Saturday morning cartoon show. Raisin sales in California jumped by 20%, proving that even a dried-up grape could become a star with the right moves. Come on, admit it. You've tried to figure this one out yourself. The Tootsie Pop commercial, which first appeared in 1969, was an absolute fixture of 80s childhood, thanks to its simple animated charm. It all starts with a boy asking a series of animals a question for the ages. How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? After getting no help from a cow, a fox, and a turtle, who were all clearly busy with other things, he finally asked the very wise Mr. Owl. Mr. Owl decides to launch his own scientific investigation, but his curiosity only lasts for 3 licks before he gives in and crunches right to the center. His deeply researched answer? 3.
Let's find out. 1, 2, 3.
How do you sell cars when everyone thinks car salesmen are liars? You hire an even bigger liar. In 1986, Isuzu introduced Joe Isuzu, a smarmy, suit-wearing spokesman with a devilish smile. Joe would make the most outrageously false claims about Isuzu cars, like saying an Impulse was faster than a speeding bullet. As he spouted these fantasies, subtitles would flash on the screen, correcting his lies with the actual, more modest facts. For example, it gets 94 miles to the gallon in the city would be corrected with actually it gets 24.
It gets 94 miles per gallon city, 112 highway.
The campaign was a brilliant satire of advertising itself, and the catchphrase, "he's lying," became a popular punchline for just about everything. The character was so famous, he was even referenced in the 1988 presidential debates. Though it first aired in 1972, the Mikey Likes It commercial for Life cereal ran for over a decade and was a constant presence on 80s television. 2 brothers are faced with a new, supposedly healthy cereal. They're suspicious and don't want to try it. Their solution? Let's get Mikey. A classic Big Brother move. Use your younger sibling as a human taste tester. Mikey, their little brother, is a notoriously picky eater who hates everything. Basically a 3-foot-tall food critic with zero diplomacy. They slide the bowl in front of him, and to their shock, he starts shoveling it in. Their exclamation, "He likes it, hey Mikey," became one of the most quoted lines of the era.
He likes it! Hey, Mikey!
Turning the 3-year-old actor into a household face. In the mid-'80s, the wine cooler craze was in full swing, and its most memorable ambassadors were 2 down-to-earth old-timers. Sitting on their front porch, Frank would do all the talking in his folksy deadpan style, while Ed just silently nodded along, possibly contemplating the universe or just taking a nap with his eyes open. Played by a cattle rancher and a contractor, not professional actors, their charm was in their authenticity. Each ad felt like a little update from their business, with Frank explaining their latest endeavors. They always ended every commercial with the simple, earnest sign-off. And thank you for your support.
Add some Bartles and Jaymes. We hope you appreciate this suggestion, and thank you for your support.
It was low-key, funny, and made them feel less like pitchmen and more like the neighbors you always wanted. And for our finale, an ad that managed to make a jar of mustard the last word in high-class humor. The Pardon Me commercial for Grey Poupon, which first aired in 1981, was brilliant. In it, a man in the back of a Rolls-Royce is enjoying a meal, as one does, when a second Rolls-Royce glides up beside him, apparently the 80s equivalent of a traffic jam in Monaco. Its passenger leans over and asks, "Pardon me, would you have any Grey Poupon?" The first man replies with a sophisticated, "But of course," before handing over the jar.
Pardon me, would you have any Grey Poupon? But of course.
The ad was a perfect, gentle roast of the super rich, and the phrase, "Pardon me, would you have any Grey Poupon?" instantly became pop culture shorthand for being just a little bit fancy. So there you have it, the 10 most iconic ads of the 80s. From asking "Where's the beef?" to passing muster between Rolls Royces. These commercials weren't just selling products. They were our original memes, the one-liners, catchphrases, and characters we all knew before the internet made sharing easy. Now we want to hear from you. What's the 80s commercial you'll never forget? Did we miss one that you and your friends still quote? Drop your favorite memories in the comments below. And if you had fun on this little rewind through commercial breaks, don't forget to subscribe for more nostalgia. Thanks for watching, and until next time, where's the beef?